farms of America have made this country prosperous, a breadbasket of endless acres, a source of much-needed food for ourselves and our allies. But the war, with its demands for people to work in the factory or fight in the army, is draining the land of its farmhands. To meet the food needs of our country during the coming year, 3 million workers are needed to help farmers bring in the wartime crops. Every possible source of help is being tapped, including the boys and girls who are too young for the services, but old enough to assume the responsibility of a healthful, outdoor, and vital war job. This year, summer vacations are taking on new meaning for thousands of high school-age boys and girls as a chance to do their country a service and, at the same time, enjoy a pleasant summer.
As you know, the United States Department of Agriculture and the United States Office of Education are seeking 500,000 high school students to help out on our farms this summer. Since we all want to do all we can to help win the war, perhaps taking a farm job might be the best thing you could do. Paul Stefan worked on a farm last summer. Paul, tell us some of the things you did.
Well, I did a lot of things. I liked the work because it gave me a chance to get out in the fresh air and the sunshine. I learned a lot about farm animals, learned that chickens expect to be fed on time, and that a difference in the kind of feed you give chickens makes a difference in the quality of eggs they lay. I learned, too, that you don't get milk from a cow just by turning a spigot. I became a good friend of Whitey and Jack, the farmers' horses, and learned how to hitch them up to plow a field. Besides the horses, we had tractors and other modern farm machinery. But even with the best equipment, growing food for 130 million people is a man-sized job. It takes cooperation and teamwork to do a good farm job, just as it takes teamwork to make a good baseball game. After work, the kids in the neighborhood would all get together for a game of softball. We had fun together, but we learned to work together, too. There were big jobs, like putting up fences and keeping them in good repair. And there were odd jobs, such as keeping equipment oiled and seeing that tools were kept sharp. There were some chores that weren't very exciting or glamorous, but they had to be done. One of the best parts of the day was dinner time. We always had plenty of the things we raised on our own land. It's good, too, to remember that the things we grew were used to feed people all over the world. Since last year, I found that there are a lot of important things to be done. This is everyone's war, and raising food is a real war job for every fellow and girl my age. And that's why I decided to go back to the farm this summer.
American schools all over the country have organized victory farm groups to help boys and girls between the ages of 14 and 18 find their war jobs on the farms. Students who sign up in the Victory Farm Volunteers are interviewed to determine the type of training needed by each. Some youths will be trained on the job, while others may get instruction in farm work from vocational agriculture teachers. Those selected for farm work must have the written consent of their parents and must be in good health. Like Paul Stefan, thousands of American youths have accepted their full responsibility in an all-out war. In every rural area throughout the country, the Extension Service of the United States Department of Agriculture is placing boys and girls on farms of their own choosing where they are paid while on the job. Mobilized for the all-important jobs of planting, growing, and harvesting the season's crops, American youth is fighting one of the most decisive battles of the war, the production of food for victory.